Hey, what's good, everybody? I got a special treat for y'all today. I noticed some of you have been asking to see some training and some sparring footage of mine. Luckily, I was able to find some old footage that I'm comfortable sharing with you guys. So let's check it out. Hey, what's good, everybody? Sorry to interrupt, but thank you so much for clicking on the video. If you could do us a favor and hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out on any videos or giveaways in the near future. And don't forget to leave a like if you like the video and comment your thoughts down below. Thank you so much for your support. So I figured I'd give you guys some context before we get into breaking down this sparring session. I'm the one in the black and gold gloves, and for this particular sparring session, I remember I was just getting off being sick. It's no excuse. I was just, the only thing is you'll see me tire out pretty early. So I'll go through my mind process when I get tired and sparring like that. And cuz you'll see me coughing and stuff all throughout it. So I figured I should note it because you're gonna see me coughing in there. But I did gas out fairly early because of that. And this is very, very light sparring. The person I'm sparring here is an amateur fighter. I believe at the time he was getting ready for Golden Gloves. So, and I'm pretty sure he just had a fight right before this sparring session. So it was much lighter. It was much lighter than we normally do. I did spar him. We sparred a few times before this, and of course it was much harder sparring, but this time it was much lighter because I think he was coming off of a fight. So this is a very, very light spar. And this also is at the beginning of when I made my transition from MMA to boxing. So I was still getting used to the different range and everything like that, everything that comes with boxing. So I felt comfortable showing this footage because this is fairly old and I'm a much different fighter now. So I don't want to give away my tools of how I fight and what I do now because I've improved a lot since here. But I think it's nice to see the improvement since then. It's nice to look back. I mean, I've watched this video a million times to help myself build off of this and spar better. And that's what this video was for. This video was taped by my coach at the time to, evaluate myself and see where I need to improve. And I'm glad I have this footage because it helps to show how far I've come. It's been a little while, so it's nice to see how far I've come since then. But all right, let's check it out. So all right, this first round, it was much lighter than the other rounds. This first round, he just wants to go super, super light. And you can see already, I'm still trying to get a little bit loose. I'm still a little tight in there. You'll see because I'm coming off being sick, I had a hard time breathing. So I'm a little tight. You'll see me bounce like that. You'll see me stop and bounce. I'm still trying to get loose. Mainly just trying to show him some things, put the jab in his face, jab to the body. I remember back then, at the time during this sparring, I really wanted to work on my straight punches. So I really wanted to work on my jabs, my right hand, straight right hand to the body. You'll see me do a double jab a lot because I wanted to practice. This kid I'm sparring, he has a really good range. He has pretty long arms. So I wanted to work on using my head movement and double jabbing my way in and work a little bit to the body. So you'll see me working that a little bit here. That was short because the video started in the middle of the round. But you'll see here he's telling us to pick it up a little bit. I remember the first round was really light and he said here to pick it up a little bit. And I think he was telling me right here that I'm squaring up too much. He wanted me to angle a little bit more my body. He wanted me to turn my body. I was squaring up a little much. I did in the beginning of my sparring sessions. I did have a problem with that, but I think that's pretty normal when you're first starting to spar. You tend to square up a little more than you should. So that's what he was telling me there. He was telling me just to angle a little bit more. Don't be coming in squared up. It's better for your jabs if you're angled a little more. You can get more distance on your jabs. So I don't think in this sparring I really improve on that, especially with how my gas tank is feeling. So right now I'm fine. I'm not very tired because I was super light, but we are gonna go a little bit heavier this round. So you see me moving my head. I like to keep my hands up in that style. I idolize Miguel Cotto, so I like that style. And you can see here too, I'm a little more flat-footed than I'd like to be. Normally I'm a lot more bouncy on my feet. I'm a little bit more flat-footed. But you see me jabbing my way in, going to the body. I could tell I'm still a little too tight in there. But really for this sparring, for each sparring that I get in, I try to focus on one thing. And mainly here, I wanted to focus on keeping my hands up, trying to stay relaxed. I knew I was sick, so I knew my my gas tank wasn't going to be there completely. So I just felt like I should keep it very simple. Jab and use my right hands. Right there, I did like a slip jab. I learned that from Lomachenko. I saw Lomachenko do that, and I said, "Oh, let me try it." And I've landed a few times in sparring up until this point, so I really liked it. But you see here, he's really good. The guy I'm sparring, he's really good at keeping his range. He's really good at knowing when to come in and come out. And you can see here, I'm starting to really get tired already. I'm starting to get much more flat-footed. My head movement is starting to slow down a little bit. I'm starting to chase him, not really cut the ring off very well. I cut the ring off there nicely, but I'm pretty sure right here, yeah, he does a good job punching his way around and getting out of there. And then the camera ends up messing up right here, so I'll cut to when it gets back and fixes. So the camera ended up pushing to the side right there, so we didn't get the end of that round. But coming up on this next round, so you could see me coughing back there. I was a little sick, but you know, I didn't care. I mean, as long as he's okay with sparring while I'm sick, I never really cared because I just want to get my rounds in. Nice parry. I wanted to work on parrying his jab too. So right here, I think in this round, I can't remember in this round or the next one, another coach, he's off to the side doing pads. He told me to let my hands go a little bit more. So I wanted to, I don't know if it was this round or the next round. I wanted to let my hands go a little bit more. I think right here, I decided to throw as he was throwing. I know I like to change my game plan up round by round, so they're not trying to time me and I'm not being so predictable. So I think in this round, I really just said, all right, when he throws, I'm going to throw. So that's what you're going to see a lot here. When he throws, I'm going to throw right back. And then I think also my game plan changes again for the last round. But you see right here, he's really good staying out of range. And it's a little hard for me. I'm flat-footed. You could tell I'm very, very flat-footed right now. Still trying to use my head movement, but I'm already gassed. I'm just trying to throw when he throws because I'm like, he's going to hit me anyways. I'm basically a stationary target. So I just want to throw when he throws. See right there? I got a little stuck there. I could have followed up there. So I don't like how I didn't follow up there. And I don't like how I don't work the body enough. I work the body a lot more now because I love body work. But right here, I was headhunting a little. That was a nice right hand, left hook. But I wish I worked the body a little bit more. Still getting a little sloppy. Don't have my hands up as much as I would like. And yep, that's the round. So you can see here, I'm a little tired. Let's see. I think we got 2 more rounds. Yeah, he's asking me. So right there, you can see he's asking me like what's wrong, why I'm so tight, and I told him I'm just a little sick, you know. It's fine though, and he's just making sure I'm good because I'm clearly really tired, but I'm good. You know, I at the end of the day, it's not just me getting my rounds; it's him getting his rounds too. So I felt that I didn't want to cut no type of sparring any early because, you know, I want him to get his rounds in too. This is good work. We're both very high volume type punchers, so this is good work. I'm not sure. I don't remember what he was telling me here. But mainly he was just telling me to, the only thing I can really remember him telling me is to keep it very simple. Just use my defense. Try not to overcomplicate things. Maybe just use my jab a little bit more because, you know, he could tell I was tired. I was having a hard time breathing. But I didn't really I was too tired I knew I couldn't use my head movement like I wanted to. I was evading a lot of his shots, but I knew I was too tired to use my head movement like I wanted to. So I was like, I'm just gonna throw back. Every time he throws, I'm gonna throw back. I'm gonna try to match his punch count. So you see here, parrying. He does a good job at throwing that, feigning that jab and coming over with that left hook. So it took me a little minute, but after a little while, especially a few times after sparring him, I was able to get that down to where I was able to time that and block it. See, he does a good job of going head and body. At this time, I was more of a headhunter at this time. So after watching this footage, of course, I looked at that and I said, I need to go to the body a lot more. See, I'm trying to punch when he punches. When he threw that jab, you can see that I threw my jab right when he threw it. I'm trying to punch when he punches. See, I'm looking. So what I like to look at, I like to look at the chest area, like his shoulders. And when I see a little movement, that's when I go, because I'm trying to punch when he punches. Nice parry. Another thing that I was struggling with too, when I would parry, I wouldn't just paw it. I would like push his hand down. So that was another mistake I realized with this sparring. When you parry, you just want to tap it. And you can see I'm a little tight there, especially on my hooks. I'm a little bit too tight. And you can see I'm backing up. So something I like to do, especially with him, whenever I covered up really tightly and I took a step back, he would come in like a little bit aggressive, and that's how I would try to catch him. But we had sparred a few times, so at this point he kind of knew that that's what I would do to try to catch him. So he didn't catch the bait, but I tried to bait him in right there. And you can see I'm tired. I think he's asking. Okay, yeah, right here he's asking if I'm good. And he said, I think he told me you can go one more round. And then I think he asked me if I'm sure. And I said, yeah. And I said, if he wants to go one more round, I'll go one more round. So we're going one more. So this is the last round. So for this round, I think I was telling myself right here. I don't know what he was telling me. I don't remember. But I was telling myself, you know what? I'm gonna switch it up again. This round, I'm gonna catch and throw. So I'm gonna keep my guard up, and when he throws, I'm gonna try to catch it and throw back. So that's what you're gonna see here. I'm gonna try to parry and throw back. So that's what you're gonna see here. I try to change the strategies up a little bit so he doesn't time me. It throws the timing off a little bit, and he doesn't catch on to my rhythm. So I'm pretty sure this round you're gonna see a lot of catching and shooting from me this round. I'm not sure how many minutes these rounds are. I don't remember. So look, I'm starting out a little bit slow because I'm tired, but I knew if I just take my time, I'll be able to have a little bit more energy towards the end. One thing me and him like to do when we're sparring is the last 30 seconds, we like to just go. Just put it all out there the last 30 seconds because, you know, in a fight, the last 30 seconds are the last thing the judges are going to see. So there's been a few times, I know in sparring sessions, either before or after this recording right here, there's a few times where we just bang the last 30 seconds. Of course, not super hard, but not trying to knock each other out, but So I caught him with a nice right hand there, but you can still see I'm a little stiff in the jab. Right now, I'm just throwing that jab in front of his face, trying to keep him off of me. Going in and out, just missing. I like how I just weave right out of that hook, right out of his range, and he just misses. That's where I want to be. I don't want to be too far out with my head movement. You see, we both went for a right hand right there. Nice head movement there. And a nice 2-1 there. Right there, I'm tired, so I'm having a hard time putting my hands back to my face, but then I notice. And you can see me catching, shooting to his body. I'm throwing that jab in his face still. Because I want that right hand. I want to throw that jab in his face so he doesn't see it and come back with that right hand. See right there? See, and you see me catching and shooting right there. I shot a 2-3. Catch, shoot to the body. Catch, body, head. Catch, and you try body, head, and then that was the time. But you see me switch my game plan up a few times because that's just what I like to do. I don't want to give people time to get on my rhythm so that they can time me. I like to switch things up a little bit. I remember looking back on this and I was a little frustrated with myself how flat-footed I was because I like to be much more on my toes, but you know, at the end of the day, you know, I gassed out pretty early this sparring session. So, and I was able to, watching back on this, you know, I was able to learn a few things that I was doing wrong and fix them and change them. And that's where it's good to record your sparring. Normally, I don't record my sparring because I don't want it out there. But, you know, I'm fine showing this because this is fairly early. And I'm completely different fighter from then. So, I'm perfectly fine showing this. And this is very light sparring. This is nothing heavy. Alright, y'all, that was some sparring footage of mine. I know it was very, very light sparring. Maybe a little underwhelming. But it just shows you when it comes for me to fight, you'll get to see the growth from then till now. And I'm sorry if I can't come to you with more training and sparring footage. I just like to keep my training discreet. Try to get as less film on me as possible because I like to change things up. I come into fights and sparring with a strategy in mind, depending on who I'm fighting, what style, and how they fight. So I like to keep that stuff to myself. And if there's any other recordings in the future that I'm cool with sharing with y'all, I definitely will. But for now, that's all I have, and hopefully that's enough for y'all. But I appreciate y'all, man. Thank you, and I'll catch you in the next one.